A cloud of jubilation in Cape Town shortly after that declaration was made by the Speaker of Parliament that the vote on President Jacob Zuma will be done in secret. Surely this is indicative of South Africa united against President Zuma.
Yes, and I feel so sorry. I really feel so sorry for him, because he should ask himself, I was carried shoulder high into the State House. What have I done to deserve this today? This is yes.
Go ahead, Professor. Yeah, we're listening.
Well, for me, the question is, yes, he should be asking himself, what have I done to unite all forces against me? Even those that I at least were in bed with me at one stage have turned against me. You call it the SACP, call it COSATU, right? These are many actors who really contributed a lot to his assumption of office. And today is civil society. About 1,000 people, I'm told, they are on the ground. Look at the balloons. It's a celebratory mood. What is going to happen tomorrow if indeed this the motion prevails? I can assure you, and especially because Wednesday is a holiday, I can assure you the country will be celebrating. And while that may be good, I feel sorry for him and those close to him, because it also opens other avenues, especially those who were implicated in the WikiLeaks and state captures. The decision that comes tomorrow is not only for JZ, it is also for JZ and the cronies. The parliamentarians, I don't worry so much about them. They may still be forgiven. They may still retain their seats up to the end of term. But surely, going forward, the way the legal system is going to unfold, many people, the fire will be lit under their feet, including the likes of the public prosecutor, to begin to move on matters they ought to have acted, but they were just trying to be circumspect and prudent, not to wrestle the weaver nest.
And the ANC has been quite adamant, Professor, that if this motion of no confidence passes against President Jacob Zuma, that could institute regime change in South Africa. Is that the case, though?
That is the word that was used by the man from... That was the word that was used by a man from the PAC, talking about regime change. There is nothing about regime change, especially the ANC. They were there. They were not young. It's hardly 10 years when they removed President Mbete from office. I mean, there is precedent. Why do you want to hype this as if this is groundbreaking? It's groundbreaking to the extent that the people of South Africa this time around are united. Yesterday, it was a group within the ANC that was united. Not the whole ANC. But in this instance, it's the whole society that says, yes, the ANC, maybe you can hang on in there, but this man certainly must go. And that's all the people are calling for. And then the speaker is saying, let the will of the people's representative in parliament prevail tomorrow. Either way it goes, I have done my job. At least what is coming clear, a clearing call from the ground, is that let it be a secret ballot. She cannot falter by us nor by history for not having heeded the people's call when it mattered most. Forget about regime change. There is no regime change. It was not there in 2007. It is not going to be there even on Wednesday. Life will continue as usual, but there will be celebrations and jubilations across the length and breadth of the Republic of South Africa.
Whatever will be the outcome tomorrow, what will be at stake for the ANC?
Yeah, you see, this is an interesting one. The ANC has a potential to redeem itself if they act the right way tomorrow, because they will still have about 2 years to self-correct. And therein lies the contradiction for the DA and the EFF. The longer the president stays in office, the better for them. Because the longer he stays in office, he alienates members of the ANC, card-carrying members, and indeed potential supporters and voters. So yes, they can pretend, at least at a political level, that yes, that's what they want, and I grant them that. because when it comes to national interest, they are doing and they've done the right thing to hold the men to account in order to save the country. But undoubtedly, they stand to benefit more if the president is kept in office, even if it were to go until 2019. Remember, the man can no longer cause as much harm as he did previously, right? Given how the WikiLeaks and other things have been exposed. And many people are trying to be circumspect. They are trying to say, I'm no longer going to carry illegal instructions, for they have no legal force and there can be no legal consequences but political. That's one. The second bit is the one that says, yes, we might be protected, those of us who are going to vote tomorrow, because any action you take, people might say you are being vindictive, you are trying to purge, and that will cause more harm to the ANC. If they lose tomorrow, they still stand a good chance to redeem themselves to a point where they might even win the elections in 2019. 2 years, it's good time for them to self-correct. Appoint good people in office, demote certain ministers, demote certain director generals, and get things to begin to move.
Now, the ANC, Professor, has been spinning this issue around the lines of towing the party line. But then after the secret ballot, it will be very easy for the ANC MPs to step out of the party line, isn't it?
Oh, yes. And all I'm saying is that, look, if they step out of the party line, right, it's not a very complicated one. Because the men they fear most will be out of office. They will have to elect one among themselves. And it's very unlikely that they will purge anybody, right? And they know that if they do that, they have about 2 years to self-correct. That's ample time that can redeem even the party itself. But I also think South Africa stands to benefit from Wednesday if he goes. Because many people have come to realize, are now saying the Constitution and the flag supersede loyalty to political party. Even some clerks, some administrators are beginning to raise their voice and concerns when they are given wrong instructions. So it would not be all lost. And I suspect many patriots as administrators would begin to pull their socks and their sleeves to say, let's apply ourselves to ensure that the country works.
All right, there's just so much to talk about, Professor, but then do stay on, because we'll certainly be in touch with you a little later on. But for now, we cross over to Parliament, wherein our reporter Vanessa